Hi, I'm Deke. Welcome to dekePod, my series of once every other weekly videos on computer graphics and digital imaging. This is my chance to get the real story out before some checked out, bureaucratic, rule-mongering cog in the DMV wheel tells me you can't podcast anymore because you got too many points on your license. Which is crap, by the way. I only got 4 points on my license for talking too fast. Anyone who says otherwise is a jerk. Speaking of bureaucracy, I have a sweet episode for you, Visual Communication Makeover, in which I show you how to make a sign. You know, something that helps you follow the rules when you actually need to know the rules. A language-independent, symbol-based sign that makes sense. Because there are so many instructional symbols that make no sense whatsoever. I mean, just try to grok the laundry instructions on the inside of your shirt. No circle inside a square, the circle has an F in it. That's what I want to know. What the F?
Worst informational graphic ever.
So I'm on an airplane and I have to take a bio break. I go to the head and I find this. You know, don't throw shoes and hand grenades in the toilet, whatever. Or at least that's what I thought. But I'm standing there, nothing else to look at, and it dawns on me that this sign is nearly indecipherable. I get that I'm not supposed to shove these things down the commode, but what the hell are they? Which is why I whipped out my cell phone and took this picture. What this sign needs is a makeover.
Reading the arcane runes.
It took the discovery of the Rosetta Stone to translate the ancient hieroglyphics carved by talented Egyptian scribes. We have no Rosetta Stone, and the guy who scribed our thing had no talent. But just for fun, let's see if we can translate this graphic. First, we got a cup. If you take your NyQuil in the bathroom, don't toss your cup in the toilet. Next, an incredibly poorly drawn pack of cigarettes. Guy can't draw a single cigarette, which would make sense, so he draws a box with 3 sticks in it. What's this? A Kleenex? Nah, you can flush a Kleenex. A handkerchief? If you carry a hanky, you're not gonna flush it. A paper towel doesn't hang like that, but that's the only thing that makes sense. Now this, what the hell is this? A backpack? A sled? A mousetrap? Seriously, this one had me so stumped I ran it by a few people, and the consensus was diaper. Although I'm telling you, any parent who puts their kid in a diaper that looks like that should be brought up on criminal charges.
Oh, the humanity.
There's one last symbol that I find exceedingly disturbing. Like the others, it's not well rendered, so at first I hoped it might be a sperm whale. Like, you know, with a huge fin and a droopy tail, but I think that blade-like fin is a thumb, and the droopy tail is a couple of fingers, and the whale's face is a wrist. So it's a hand. A severed, dismembered hand. What kind of monster would cleave a person's hand off their arm in an airplane and dispose of it in a communal toilet? Does this happen regularly? The paper towel, the cigarette, every once in a while, those things plug up the system. But severed body parts? In the name of all that's holy, is this what we've come to? I brought children into this world.
The 7-step technique.
Apparently, cups, diapers, and dismembered appendages are what these people have to deal with. So let's make that abundantly clear in our makeover. I'm choosing to work inside Photoshop because it's easiest to cull together some stock images. So step 1, turn the original horror show into a template and add the text and a Ghostbuster symbol. Go to my site, deke.com. I tell you all about how to do it. Step 2, get a few stock images of objects set against white backgrounds. Scale and rotate them into place. Bear in mind, we're going for identification, not realism, so the scale doesn't have to match. Note that you can set a layer to the multiply mode on the fly as you scale it, which lets you see through the object to the template and the Ghostbuster sign. That's a hell of a tip, by the way. Step 3, now just make the background white. We don't need the template anymore, haven't been following it that closely anyway. Step 4. A single paper towel is somewhat difficult to represent. I found a sheet and warped it using the flag preset, so it waves, you know? Then I made it institutional brown and gave it a drop shadow. The hand's gonna require some work, so step 5, mask it, give it a shadow. Really easy mask, by the way. No, not magic wand, please stop using that tool. I tell you all about how to create this mask at deke.com. Now we really get into it. Step 6, sand away his wrist. I just masked that with the brush tool. Add a gradient overlay effect to simulate gangrene. I know, but here I gotta go real. It would be infected. Step 7, add the gore. Sorry, yuck, ooh, perfection isn't pretty. Before, after, before, after. And for you sickos who go in for this kind of thing, the full resolution annotated layered file is available as a free download to registered members of deke.com.
Conclusion.
I know, you're thinking, Deke, it was not a severed hand. It was a hand tossing things in the toilet. No, look at the original again. It's under the red circle. It's a grotesquely amputated hand. Or a sperm whale, you decide. Want to learn more about this technique? To bump up your layering skills, check out Chapter 9 of my book, Photoshop CS4 One-on-One at deke.o'reilly.com. If you want to dig into layers even more deeply, dive into my online video series, Photoshop CS4 One-on-One Advanced at lynda.com/deke. Or just come to deke.com. That's my 4th reference to the site, which frankly might be enough. Whatever you do, stay tuned for more videos. I have lots more majestic marine mammals to love your lopped off limbs here at dekePod.